Dresden Castle or Royal Palace, German, Dresdner Residenzschloss or Dresdner Schloss, is one of the oldest buildings in Dresden, Germany. For almost 400 years, it was the residence of the electors, 1547 to 1806, and kings, 1806 to 1918, of Saxony from the Albertine House of Wettin, as well as kings of Poland, 1697 to 1763. It is known for the different architectural styles employed, from Baroque to Neo-Renaissance. Today, the residential castle is a museum complex that contains the historic and new Green Vault, the Numismatic Cabinet, the collection of prints, drawings and photographs, and the Dresden Armory with the Turkish Chamber. It also houses an art library and the management of the Dresden State Art Collections. The original castle was a Romanesque keep, built around 1200. The Hausminster was built at the beginning of the 15th century. From 1468 until 1480, the keep was extended by the master builder, Arnold von Westphalen, becoming an enclosed four-wing construction. In the middle of the 16th century, an addition was made in the Saxon Renaissance style. After a major fire in 1701, Augustus II the Strong rebuilt much of the castle in the Baroque style. The collection rooms were created at this time in the western wing. The Silver Room, Heraldic Room and the Preciosensaal were built from 1723 to 1726, and the Kaminzimmer, Juwelenzimmer, Jewel Room, Ivory Room and Bronze Room were built from 1727 to 1729. The castle in 1896, the 800th anniversary of the House of Wettin, Saxony's ruling family, resulted in more rebuilding between 1889 and 1901. A neo-Renaissance renovation was undertaken, followed by various modernizations, such as in-floor heating and electric lights in 1914. On the outside of the Stahlhof, Stahl Courtyard, which links the castle complex with the adjacent Johanneum, the Procession of Princes was painted by the artist Wilhelm Walther. The 102-meter-long mural represents the history of the Wettins. Since it quickly faded, it was transferred to about 23,000 Meissen porcelain tiles between 1904 and 1907. Most of the castle was reduced to a roofless shell during the 13th of February 1945 bombing of Dresden in World War II. 3 rooms of the Green Vault were destroyed. However, the collections survived, having been moved to safety at Königstein Fortress in the early years of the war. Ruins of the castle. 1980. For the first 15 years after the end of the Second World War, no attempt was made to rebuild the castle, except to install a temporary roof in 1946. Restoration began in the 1960s with the installation of new windows and has occurred rapidly since then. The castle's restoration is ongoing, with part of the state apartments reopening in September 2019. Dresden Castle houses 5 museum sections: the historic Green Vault and the new Green Vault, the Numismatic Cabinet, the collection of prints, drawings, and photographs, and the Dresden Armory with the Turkish Chamber and the Renaissance wing. Also accessible is an art library, Kunstbibliothek, with approximately 260,000 volumes of special literature on art history. The character of the holdings is closely related to the collecting focal points of the museums. Historic and New Green Vault. The Green Vault, Grünes Gewölbe, is a museum that contains the largest collection of treasures in Europe. Founded by Augustus II the Strong in 1723, it features a unique and rich variety of exhibits from the period of Baroque to Classicism. The museum consists of the historic Green Vault, Historisches Grünes Gewölbe, and the new Green Vault, Neues Grünes Gewölbe. The historic Green Vault is known for its treasure chambers and is itself a Baroque work of art. The new Green Vault is more modern. The historic Green Vault is located on the ground floor of the Dresden Castle, and visits require an advance booking. Admittance to the new Green Vault, which is on the second floor, is not limited. That is all. Subscribe and post comments for future videos.